Hey guys, it's BW and I'm back out in the garage. I figured I'd bring you guys in and show you what I've been up to. I've been pretty much steady on the 55. We got a lot of cool stuff done. I'll show you here in a second. I've been wanting to get back on the Nova. I actually meant to today, but we had too many things to do, and it's just been raining and it's been crazy around here. So maybe this week we'll get to it. But I did get that old deck lid painted. We had it all stripped down. I had to clean out the inside first. A lot of the reason this was all rusted out, it had a mouse nest you guys wouldn't believe, and a fossilized mouse was living in there. Or, well, entombed. At one time he was living in there, but he was entombed. He was pretty fossilized. So maybe that played a pretty big role. And it had a ton of stuffing from the seats in there, and it took a lot of effort and poking with sticks and everything up into the hole up under here to get it out. But it's all cleaned up, and I got it in red rust primer, the red oxide stuff. So we'll pass that off on a swap meet at some point. It's a good starting point for somebody. All right, so that's what I was doing with that. We're gonna get that and put that in the shed and get it off our floor. We got the doors off the floor. I went ahead and hung those back up. All right, and they fit really well. I ain't got no complaints with them. You know, they're the new doors, and I got good gap all the way around here and here. Right here, there's just nothing I can do. It's just too tight right here at the bottom. So I'm just gonna have to slice at it with a grinder, and then I'll tack it back up and sand it out. It's the same thing on the other side. I guess because they're repop doors, you know, and it's just the way it is. I mean, the gaps are decent, you know. You look at them there, they're pretty good the whole way around. All right, they're decent, and it opens and closes wonderfully. As I say that, I don't pull the door open. But you'll see it's like right here, really tight. All right, and there's really no way for me to go back. You feel like I could go back here because there is a gap here, but down here there ain't, and you really can't. There's not any way to. I've tried rolling this door and it doesn't work out. And it's like, you see, the seam is as good as it's going to get for a rolling tilt nose. All right, I still got a lot of work to do on this hood to get it lined up, but it's getting better. It's close. All right, so I got the doors on, and I wanted to show you. Kim and I started making the side panels. All right, we stopped on that because I have to get some stuff. Jay's ordering it for me, actually. I'm going to get all the wind rope. He's getting me the tack boards to go in here. Robbie had a good idea, just using like an old fan belt, and that's a great idea, but I already got the stuff on order. But so we're waiting on that. You can see I got a piece of the garnish molding in there just to help us while we were shaping this, but I think I'm gonna have to shorten it and slide it back that way a little bit. So, you know, we're holding off on that. I put the other vinyl in the basement for now with our seats so it doesn't get hurt, all right, or anything like that, because we still got some stuff going on out here fabrication wise. So that's what we got going on there. Okay, like I say, Jay's getting me we're getting a dome light complete assembly. We're getting the headliner. He's going to give me a set of sun visors that when you get the headliner, you get the material for the sun visor. We're just getting everything in black, and I decided on the perforated. I know it's still going to be a little hot. I almost went with the gray. Yeah, so we almost chose the gray wind rope and headliner, but ultimately just decided to stay with the black. You know, just so I know it works out. So I'll have the sun visors in black, the headliner in black, and we were making a decision on whether we wanted to go with the regular carpet, the one-piece molded carpet. But then while I was at Jay's shop, you know, he showed me his rubber mats, his 150 mats that he's got in his 57 Fuelie. And I had to have them. He twisted my arm, so we ultimately decided to go with the rubber mat. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and rhino line all this, and then we'll just put rubber mats right over it. Really nice stuff, you know. So his buddy, and I think he said it was Tennessee makes it. I'm not sure, but he was going to call him up and find out about getting me some extra material for back here behind where the seat is, so that everything matches. So that's what's going on the interior. Like I said, he's going to get us the wind rope, the tack strip. Oh, also, he's getting me the metal covers for here for when we run the wire back, both sides. The little short pieces that go back here. You know, I wasn't even sure those things existed. Shaky actually turned me on to that about, I don't know, was it about 2 months ago? He was asking me about it. I'm like, man, I wasn't even sure. I thought something went there, but I didn't know what. He told me he has that book. But, you know, Jay's getting me those pieces. He's also going to get me the, they actually have sheet metal pieces. I was going to make a wooden platform back here, but they have sheet metal pieces that you put in for the businessman coupe. So I'm just getting those. And like I said, we're going to put the black mat on top of that. So he's also getting me those pieces. All right. He also surprised me with, you guys all know I've been looking for a long time, is a wagon bumper. And I got it mocked up on here. And I'm pretty excited about it. But, you know, it doesn't have the bumper guards. I don't care. I'm trying to decide if I want to weld these up and have the whole thing plated, or just get the, you know, the chrome bolts for it, the carriage bolts for, and put just carriage bolts in there. I'll probably just do that, you know, rather than worry about a guard. I think I'm going to run without the guards. We'll see. Kim wants me to send this down. Let me see if I can stand back and get you guys a better shot of it. Kim wants me to send it down and get it chrome plated. I'll get a price on it. I was thinking about it. If I do get it chrome plated, I might go down and see them first and find out what I would have to do to get this sealed up, and how well I'd have to have it sanded out before they would chrome plate it. But I'll think about it. I always known Kevin and me and my buddy Kevin was working on the car, and it's like, this is one of those builds where, guys, I ain't bragging or nothing. I know where every single spot weld. I know what everything is about this car and what's wrong with it. I had the whole thing apart, you know. It's like, so I know where everything is. The frame is slightly tweaked back here. Anybody that's been watching from the very, very beginning, I don't know how many of you went back and watched, we've known all along that this frame was pulled. And, you know, we knew because it was a quartered car, first of all, but also, like, when you look at the holes, like right here, I don't know if you can see that. That's where you put a chain in there, and you can see where they had a heck of a pull on it. And it's really, really close. But it's about 3/8 of an inch low on this side. All right. And I put the bumper on because I wanted to see that. And there it is. It's about a little more than 3/8 of an inch right there. See how it is right here? It's about, I don't know, 3/16 below the metal. And this one's about a 1/2 inch below the metal. I think what I'm going to do to fix it is I'm just going to heat the frame up right here on this side of the bracket, put a jack on here and jack it up until it matches the other side, and that's going to be what it is, you know. It's a gasser. Ultimately, nobody's going to see it. I'll hear a bunch of guff about you'll weaken this and you'll weaken that. Guys, it's back here. It's right here. It's going to hold the bumper. You know, so otherwise it's fairly good. It's fairly straight. So that's just one of those things. I put the bumper on because I knew it. And yeah, I also put the bumper on so I can help me decide where I want to put the emergency shut-off switch. This is the one I had. I think I went ahead and I bought this one from Summit. It has the extension arm on it. Showed you guys on the live. So I'll bring it out and show the rest of you that might not have seen it. It's like the Flaming River one, except it's like $60 versus $150. So I looked it up and said it works really, really well. All right. So I'm just trying to decide where I want to put it. All right. A lot of guys are suggesting. There's somebody in our Facebook group and one of us on live. Was it you, Josh? I can't remember. Somebody showed me on Facebook that they put theirs here, and I'm thinking about it. It's like, yeah, maybe there, but I'm trying to avoid drilling holes in the body if I can. I mean, I can put it under the bumper, like, you know, to where it's just like right here. People are like, well, it's still out there. Well, I could also use one of these guard holes that I'm not using on the bumper. I don't know, you know, come up through there, drill through the frame and have it come out right here. I'm thinking about that. All right, but I'm gonna get the frame straightened up first. I want to get this thing tweaked up, and then I'm gonna mock up exactly where I want the switch, get the switch put on. I've already got the wire run to the front of the car. It's not like done. I don't have the grommets in the floor. I just got it roughed in. I'll show you real quick. Got it hanging down here, right here in the front. All right, but it goes up. I have enough lead here. It goes all the way up to the firewall, and roughly where the battery, the original battery bracket is I'm going to put a positive post and run everything off of that positive post. But you can see I got it pretty well run. It's really neat. Up behind the wheel well all the way up, and I put it at the very top of the frame because I plan to run my brake line. I might actually see if my buddy Kevin will help me move the brake line to the other side, just so there's not too much, because I'm going to put the fuel line down through this side as well. All right, and I'm still trying to decide if I want to go ahead and take that cover off of there and put a mechanical pump back in there, or use the electric one I got. Them electric ones make a lot of racket, but we'll see. You know, we'll see. We're still kicking that around. I still got time. I'm still messing with some other stuff. All right, but yeah, I really wanted to get this bumper on to check where I wanted to put the emergency cutoff switch. And like I said, I still may put it in one of these guard holes. I have to get a bunch of chrome carriage bolts. You know, these are the old factory rivets. You know, so if I don't put the guards back on and, you know, ultimately use one of these holes, well, then I'll have to get a whole bunch of the carriage bolts in chrome. No big deal. All right, but I figured that it was a good time to bring everybody in and show you. Yes, I have been going after the car pretty good. I'm just chipping away at it a little bit at a time. It's right there. It's going to be running before you know it. You know it. Well, you guys already know it starts up and it runs, but I'm getting it to the point where we can get it in and out of the shop without too much of an issue. I mean, if you stand back and look, it's starting to look like a pretty complete car. It's got all the panels back on it, you know. Stand back and check it out. It's a mean machine for sure. And everything's pretty straight. I mean, for a guy who never hung any panels up, look down there, huh? Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. But that's my little update for you guys. That's what I got going on the car. I'm definitely going to bring you back in. Maybe I'll film doing the frame. I ain't doing that tonight, but I'm just going to tweak it a little bit, and I'm going to tweak it way back after where the springs are and everything like that, where the shackles are. So it's not anything structural other than holding the bumper. It's the tail of the frame. All right, because everything else is so straight. I don't want to fool with anything else, you know. I actually had shim packs in there, and I took them out and tightened it back down, and I was afraid it was going to mess up the gap on the passenger door, but it didn't. So I'm happy about that. Maybe the bar's holding it. I don't know. All right, I actually do know. All right. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, why don't you go ahead and do it? We have a lot of fun on this channel. We get together on Friday Night Lives. I appreciate everybody's support to date, and I'll see y'all next time. Take care, everybody.